Hello YouTube, this is Commander Starlock. I know this is elite and dangerous. This is X-Plane 11 beta or highlight. This isn't going to replace what my channel's about, as I said in my up to date just general chatter channel progress and such like chat I had in the last video. This is something else that I do that I would like just by put out on the channel for anybody who may be interested, or anybody else who really. I do highlight heavily. I'm no expert at flying aircraft. I'm a novice. I just like the sense of flying aircraft and the sensation of flight and travelling over areas and seeing places from aircraft, which it sort of links into elite and dangerous in a way, no matter how remote in some senses this is. So this is the new interface of X-Plane11 to anybody who's has experience with X-Plane. X-Plane 10, it was very old-fashioned, probably a bit like Windows 95, probably the best description of it I've ever heard of it. Yes, I do have X-Plane 10, I have flown X-Plane 10, so I do know what roughly I'm talking about on that level. It's just the interface is very nice now. This is what welcomes you when you load in. You got your settings, your engineering, and obviously do your language, your flight model, which I'm not going to focus on. This thing I just noticed there. Which I'll play with at a different date. Got sound inputs. I've lowered this down for recording purposes. And here is my graphics settings. I am probably going to lower this down just one notch because I'm not really seeing much really, I think, but actually I'm getting it on average, even when I'm recording, about 30 frames a second. Bear in mind we're doing about 60 at the mo when we're in this. I've opened the field of view up to about 110. I might play that a little bit more to make it a bit more realistic. Network, I haven't really got anything plugged in yet. I'm going to get my iPad set up so I can look at the maps and all that, because I do fly, I think it's a VFR, so in most cases I do try and do the proper inter-flight computer things on the big aircraft, but it's still something I'm very novice at. And I haven't really done that for a long while, which I need to work on. And this is where you bind all your key bindings, GPS hardware, physical, and this is where I think you can link the maps up. Done. So get out there. To select a new flight, I am going to probably hop into my new baby, which is an add-on aircraft. I do admit I have tried the aircraft that just come with it, which are limited down to the ones that have been designed. So ignore these at the moment. These don't come with it. The Boeing 737-800 comes. That's very good. They're actually very good for aircraft that's included. You also get 747-400, which I haven't tried yet. I've tried it in the X-Plane 10, it's a good aircraft. The MD-82, another good one. I said I don't what I've heard off reviews are not absolutely bang on, but for me as a novice and what I've heard off more expert YouTubers and all that these aircraft are actually very good, and I do fully agree they're very good with for aircraft that are included. I don't use these aircraft as much as I probably should. You know, I expect these all good. I heard that the Cessna Skyhawk is being improved heavily, so I need to check that out. You also get a glider, you get a helicopter. I need to try some helicopter stuff. You also get the Lockheed SR-71, which would be insane, and you got the float plane. Yay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to hop into, shall I go in the passenger one? Let's just see, and this one's it. If you set an aircraft like this, you can go into there and get like house colours. I might set default. Actually, I might go back on the other one, because I have taken this one out before, just play it safe, but we'll go on default. to see what that offers. I've set RF Valley for this because there is a point to this. I am planning on doing a coastal flight around England. I don't say the England, Wales, Scotland. I'm planning to probably do a flight around. I probably will do one of Ireland as well eventually, and then we can expand it from there. And this is probably the perfect aircraft to start off that series. And what you can do in here, you can go into custom. So we set to Valley, that's where you want to go. You can see a map of the airport here, you can zoom in if you want. You can set where you want to go, which runway, what end of the runway you want to go on. You know, wherever you want to go. I'm going to put us here on the ramp here, because my plan is turn right, head up taxiway, and we'll take off, and the sea should be just here, and we'll turn hard left and follow Anglesey around. This is in the north west tip of North Wales. This is on an island called Anglesey, which is actually a very nice place. And you even get a list here of what ramps and such likes, and you can just limit it down to just runways if you want. But we'll leave that as it is. Weather, I normally fly in real weather, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to leave it perfect. The weathers are pretty reasonable, but there is modifications coming through the pipeline, either from third-party support and such like. Time of day, self-explanatory. You can set when it is, what time. So it's midday. I've set this at roughly about 1 o'clock, really. No offset, or you can track real world time and all that such like. So yeah, and here you can set engines running. I'm going to turn that off. You can mess around with failures here if you want. Weight and balance and fuel. You can go into metric, US, and it's a bit like here, centre of gravity. You can alter it around, payload weight, all this such like. So click done on that, and we'll go straight to start flight. I'm going to ignore that because it is all set up. And we're going to load in here. I'm using my track IR once again in this. I'm using my Warthog, Fussmaster's Warthog setup as well. I am going to be using this third party aircraft, so I'll highlight the stuff that is not included in this. Alright, let's get myself zeroed. Alright, just to highlight to start with, e.g. the aircraft doesn't come as standard. This doesn't come as standard. Okay, so I'll use the stuff out of this. This is not part of X-Plane. This is the third party add-on I've gone in. So we go into the external. I like to use the circular one when looking at the aircraft. And yes, we can check out, this is a DC-6. So a very old school aircraft, but it is an epic aircraft to fly. And this is a study aircraft as well, so you can fly this properly. You know, you can turn every control on, you can do everything you would wish or hope to ever do. So we're turning right out of here. Or should we go just straight left? I think we're not where we were before. Probably a straight left, take off inland, brake hard right out to the coast. Yeah, so that's a change of plan there. With this aircraft, I'll do a full review on it, but you'll probably see something now. What we'll do is set my lights to medium. See everything, wait for taxi. Actually, stop it there. Set. Well, I'll just set her full for the moment, and we'll just say we got 10 passengers on because I scared them. 300 on cargo. So that's good. Leave the taxi, hop into the cab. And welcome to the cabin. What we're going to do...
Start selecting boost pumps. Off and off.
He's going to
Battery
do
switch.
a quick check.
Plane battery. Generators and inverters. Checked and on. Emergency lights.
There's
On.
an SR-71 there where it is.
Ground power. Removed.
What we'll do, I'll
After
lower
start
down
checks
this volume a
complete.
wee bit. Just so I can hear myself think. That's a bit better. Okay, up here we got, obviously, as you've seen, just takes you into settings, which have gone through. I think this brings up the map, yes. It shows my previous flight that I'd done, well, maybe not really, that's something else. Because last time I took off, flew around here, went around and went in. It's got in my head the name of the estuary, or whatever it's called. We'll do exit out of that. And this is the ATC, air traffic control. I hadn't followed a plan, so you know I'm not going to touch too much. This takes you back into here where you can just change the aircraft, change time of day, what the weather's doing, change where you're at. And you can pause. And you've got plugins here. So I've got that. I need to, that's not running at the moment, so don't worry about that at the moment. And just not most of the other bits and bobs here. You've got view as you've seen, you can alter your camera angles where you look at the aircraft. You know, edit your rates, all that such like. You can tell I'm pretty novice at this. And all your basics here like save load. You know, pretty common stuff to do. Okay, what we'll do is release the park brakes. I love how this dash rumbles. So we'll roll the forward a wee bit. This is such a nice aircraft. I've flown a little bit today, but only for about maybe 20 minutes or so. And so I'll do a review on this aircraft, so I'm not going to cover everything. Now I'm probably doing something wrong here. So what we'll do...
Boost pumps.
We're getting run through the checks now. Ready to
Boost
take
pumps on
off.
low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carb heat.
I don't
Off
think I'll
and
go
cold.
for landing on this one.
Hydraulic system.
So I have not
Down.
practiced
Forward.
too much landing,
Pressure
so
and
I'm
quantity
going to
checked. Okay.
just go up for flight. That's why
Flaps
about
20.
it. So what we'll do before we take off is I'll demonstrate some of the weather
flaps set 20. Windows and turbine.
Oops, not on that one. Where are we? So go to custom. I'm just going match real weather. So it'll load the weather up. Here we go. Loading into it. Done. Apply
Closed and
changes.
on. Controls. Gust lock released. Free.
Even though it doesn't look like it applied the changes.
Sorry,
Oh, here we go. Slow loading
On.
it in.
Mixture and cowl flaps.
I'm doing quite well, averaging above
Reach
30
unlocked.
frames a second.
Set. Transponder. On.
Let's put brakes
Landing
on.
lights. Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Yep, so let's go back in. So back into customise, take that off. We go VFR setting, what we wanted before, apply changes, and it'll take all off. So let's get this girl up in the air. We'll do the auto takeoff thing.
30 inches stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
It's a dry takeoff. It is cheating, this opening bit. But this is a very complicated aircraft. This has like 8 fuel tanks. You have to play the mixture and such like.
30 inches stabilized. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps set. Full power,
And
please.
so all these
Going full
gauges
power.
operate to inform you of everything. From how the engine's performing to the normal stuff like, you know, are you right way up? We can probably rotate in a minute. I don't know what the SR-71's doing, but we'll ignore that.
Full power set.
It is beta. Let's rotate.
Nice
Positive
rig. Gear
flow.
up. Gear selected up.
What we do, we'll go have a low level flight.
Gear up. Lights out.
You see, it's absolutely stunning out there. That's where we're just taking off from. And what I'll do now is I'll set her into cruise mode.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
So you hear the engines run down a wee bit now. I can take it off that managed to bottom myself, but I'm quite happy with how he manages the cruise. And it's just a nice aircraft, just go up, especially as a novice. Even though it is designed to be very complicated, but with this, it means it's very easy for something like myself to go up, enjoy the aircraft, and just enjoy a flight without having to worry about all the complicated bits and bobs, which I do aim to learn. So like, you got all that down there, you've got all the controls down there as well, let alone all that to worry about. You even got fuel drop as well on this.
Cruise power is
back
set.
area. So it's a bit foggy out there, but it's reasonably good for VFR. So you can see the nose, see
Cruise
the
checks are complete.
reflections that you get. I got full reflections and all that. I won't demonstrate that on this video because I probably need to go and fly in the city or something for that. say, what we'll do, we'll pause it here. Let's turn that off, pop into settings. Just not all the sound down at the moment while we sum it up. Oops. Okay, we'll just pause it there. Sorry about that, guys, because I'm still getting used to this. And we'll just hop outside to see what we can have a little look at. I said I pause the sim just so I can do this, so it's not the aircraft's not going to go and crash and burn. Oops, let's go to external, circular. Okay. That's better. Might have been a glitch, that, and we'll just get the flight director out of the way for the moment. This is fully zoomed out. This is Anglesey we're still over at the moment. Yeah, you can see the shine of the sun coming down there. There is still the odd glitches, so what we'll do is we'll do a time of day check, just demonstrating the lighting within this. Whoops, what am I doing? Let's alter, apply changes. So you can see all the lights in the distance. Still got our lights deployed down, so does look pretty epic, this aircraft. That's where we've come from over there. This the I've forgotten the name of the motorway. I think it cuts down, if it's accurate. So I've forgotten how it goes. I think actually there's actually a main road that runs up like that. I think I could be wrong. That's rather slightly minor, or it could be the main road. It's very hard to tell, and it's probably not that accurately mapped. Over there, that's Bangor over there, I think. I could be wrong. I think that's the airfield near Carnarvon. I may be wrong. There is airfield, I think it's something Sands. It's like a light airfield over there. But as you see, it's very nice at night. It's I say this is a glitch. What you see of this like Minecraft effect around that you can see, that is a glitch to what I'm aware of. So that, you know, where it's merging in different colours, there is the odd little problem going on. As you can see, it doesn't really alter. That is, as far as I've been told, is definitely a glitch. So what we'll do, let's see what it's like now. That's a bit better, except from when you're looking in. You see some of this Minecrafting stuff going on here, as I call it, whatever YouTubers they call this. It's just like blocks, block, 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 and the edges. But you can see it lights quite well now as well still. That's one thing that they get really well and explain, is the lighting is amazing, and you can see the body shine on here. As you see, I'm not running this at minimum graphics. This is on pretty maxed out everything just about, except from the anti-analyzing. I could probably knock that up a notch and lower down it to just HDR. That should be fine. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a brief overview of Explain. I thought I'd just give a quick taster of what it is. So you get a rough idea what I've been also playing on. I am probably looking to do maybe a series on this as well, which I'm thinking about doing a flying around the UK one in this, because it's such a joy. I know it's easy to fly, but I could learn things as I go along with it, so I might might run them in cruise mode, just maybe take it off from my co-pilot or the engineer from flying it. And I aim not to use, and this is a goal, is not to use GPS. The only thing I'll use, nearest GPS, is I'm going to get my maps plugged in as well. I get maps plugged in as well onto my iPad, so it'll see where I'm roughly at. So I get a rough idea where I'm at, but overall I'm not going to use autopilot. I'm not going to have a fully planned out route. A case of the mission will be is I'll take off from airport and I must land at airport, end of each sequence or each video. It won't be a complete flight around the UK for obvious reasons. It'll be done in legs, so I have to work out what legs will be. So I won't mind to start here in Valley and head down south and maybe get to see if there's anywhere around Pembrokeshire I can touch down, or Cardiff, worst case scenario. So I think we might be able to make Cardiff in this in a reasonable amount of time, so it could be about a 45-minute long video to an hour of just flying along, checking out things. As you've seen, it's an absolutely beautiful game, and yes, I will try to cheat a little bit and fly at set times of day that I set. There you go, like sights like to see here. It's got my head. It's the I know what it's called as well. The stretch of water that separates and turns us into island. It does have a it is named. You know, I did have it in my head earlier. I said you got Bangor over there, you got Carnarvon around there, and that'd be Snowdonia just there, which is a national park. If you live in the UK or if you live in the UK, I recommend going to Snowdonia. It is, if you like the outdoors, it's an epic place. I'm not trying to be a salesman here either. Oh, and he had it. And also, I don't know the name of it, but he got the world's longest place name here. Just around here somewhere. Roughly. This is only a vague sort of... You know, you got a place like that. I know names, I'll try and rehearse the names. So next time, when I start doing it, I aim to remember the name of that there. Yes, I know it's where the sea connects in. There is actually a name to it. And there is a lot of history here as well on Anglesey, which we could probably chat about a little bit. But oh well, this is about plane11. plane11 beta is really good. You know, I find it's really good FPS for me, but I do have a beast of a machine, which, you know, doesn't really struggle much. So, but what I've heard about the average shot, if you have a 1080, I think down to 1070 is about 30 FPS on average. For almost high-end sort of stuff you're aiming at. And it's really just playing with graphic settings, and this isn't a final graphic settings you'll get. As you said, there's glitches, there's bugs, you have aircraft doing bizarre things. I think that it's gone out of my head. That American spy plane just parked up in a random area on the airport far I saw there, but I didn't quite catch, but I thought it looked a bit odd when we passed it. But there is the odd deco issues, but overall it's really good. It is probably worth it. I'd probably say wait till release ideally, unless you're willing to go on to the beta. But I think plane11 have maybe taken first place, what I've gathered, or shared first place with I've forgotten it. It's not FSX, it's I think it's Be Prepared or something like that. Do forgive me. And yes, I'm not saying Be Prepared has, you know, there's no meaning. It does have a lot of meaning. I said I am a novice pilot. So X-Plane probably suits me a lot better anyway, just for my needs. So you get nice scenery out the box without having to pay loads with tons of add-ons, and if you want to get add-ons, there's a lot of freeware that you can just install. So basically for Valley, I could probably have found a mod for Valley, put more buildings there. But the other good thing is a lot of the main airports, there is a lot of 3D buildings there now. So there's a lot of positives for all this, and I'm looking forward to what else is to come for this.
I guess I'm going to get off as well, so I'll catch you later.
See you later, man.
Yeah, sorry about that.
User disconnected from your channel.
I forgot I was on the TeamSpeak channel, but oh well. Thank you for watching again. Please like and please comment down below as well what you think of this. I know, yes, majority of people on my channel, I do appreciate you're here for Elite only, and that's what you expect off my channel, and that is primarily what my channel is going to be about. This will be probably a second thing I'll be doing on the side. Don't worry, there's not much more second things I'll be adding on. It'll be just probably this and Elite, and that's it. Okay guys, it's sort of, and it also is because it sort of meets it. It is a simulator game, this. Elite is in a way, so that it has common links in certain aspects. But thank you very much for watching. Please like, please comment down below. Please, if you have any interest in this, ask if you want to see something in game. I'll try and show you this. If it's part of the beta and it's something you want to see, so you want to see me in the 747, I'll show you the 747. But bear in mind, I'm a novice pilot, so just be prepared to not be a full technical takeoff, you know, from cold to full start off sequence and programming and all that and setup, and onto either the ATC or going onto all the proper ATC systems that are out there. But aside from that, I do look forward to any feedback that I can get off this. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and yet again a massive thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. It's something I say in almost every video because I actually mean it. I'm pretty amazed. And as I say, I know this is a slight deviation from Elite. I have said that loads of times. I just want to highlight, don't worry, I'm not running away from Elite. Elite is still going to be the primary thing on the channel. This, as I said, will be a secondary sort of thing that I'll throw on, and it's mainly because this is what I'm actually playing with quite a lot at the moment. Yeah, that's quite good. You can see all the seats inside. So this is a brand new aircraft to me as well. So I'm still learning this as much as I can. Mainly because this aircraft that I can see myself learning, it'll take a long time to learn it all. And it's a highly complicated, it's one of the most complicated aircraft you can fly in this game at the moment. I'm not saying it is 100% the most difficult one you can fly, but certainly in terms of how many switches, buttons, and because these engines actually will get damaged. But as I said, this will go down to the view of this aircraft to highlight how in depth this aircraft is. This is the first be prepared aircraft to move on to X-Plane, and that is for a very specific reason, but I'll chat about that on the review. But yet again, thank you very much. Please like, please subscribe, and also please comment down below, and that'll be it. Thank you very much. Over and out.